All right. So it is time to pick. $15, right? It is $15 at the door. Yes. My ass is so aggressive with me, microphone. I'm the one with the goddamn microphone. Anyway, so my name is Tony Charles again. I am the CEO and creative director here at Austin Poetry Slam. I'm so happy you are here. But we having all these. How many poets are on the list? 11. There's 11 poets on the list vying for $200 tonight. All right. So, in order to have a slam, we must have judges. And if you do not know, this light is bright as Auburn Hill. My God, it feels like outside. All right, so I have a special gift. I don't know if you know about this gift. Oh, there it is. There's all the humans. My God, that light is disrespectful. I'm going to be over there in a second. If you can't see me on the live, you should have came to the goddamn show. Anyway, I'll be back over there. So what I need is judges. So, again, you do not know anybody or not familiar or do not work with anybody in the slam. So literally this whole table is out. So everyone else, I need your help, okay? Ooh. That's a good point. Now I did not think about it. You don't like the person. Is that bias? No, I'm just playing. No, I want y'all to enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much for rocking with us. I really appreciate it. Okay, so I have a gift. Real quick, I have a gift, okay? I can point out judgmental people. It's not a bad thing. It is just that's what the gift that God gave me. And I just identify what kind of petty you are to judge. Okay? That's it. This is no judgment. This is a judge. We're saying a judge-free zone when we literally judge people with numbers. But emotionally, in my heart, I don't judge you. Kind of. Okay, anyway. So here we go. It's in this area. It's at a booth, okay? They're already VIP. They are not VIP seats, but they feel very VIP, okay? They was like, I'm going to sit over here because I can't sit with all you other motherfuckers who probably have COVID. I heard the spirit. So I see it. It's in that area. So would any of y'all would like to fess up and be a judge tonight? Dang, that didn't work. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna give this to you. Don't worry about it. You coming up here. No, God. Okay. When the Lord brings good people to you, I'm gonna get you a Lamar in a little second. Okay. All right. Give me that. Give me that. There ain't no big dollars, y'all. Get that to me. The whole table is off limits. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Team Michael is in the middle. I can't. Let me go over here. I do feel judgment. Don't get it wrong. The judgment is there, but I can't use none of the judgment. You understand what I'm talking about? Okay, so in this area, it's open. It's at the sure, they'll raise their hand. You saw I said, come on, get on. No? Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, in the white, yeah, in the bar. Yes. Were you volunteering to judge? Yes, give it up for the good! Open communication is key. Thank you so much. You can come and grab me. I'll tell you kind of what this means in a minute. It's fine. You can't judge right now. Oh, you're passing. Are y'all judging? Oh, I saw. Oh, yes, give it up for the judges! Wait, y'all don't know anybody in the same, do you? Okay, well, see how that judgment got your spirit. Okay, give me that. Okay, so I already felt it. Give me a judge over here. Yeah,
saving in my friend.
I know. I saw that you was getting your friend that's also judgmental. Y'all can all team up together. Okay, I got 1. I got 2. I got 3 at the bar. 4 is at number 8. All right. Ooh, he's sitting in the back, and he's like, if they don't start this goddamn slam, because I got to go to work in the morning. You want to be my judge? Give it up for a judge back there. All right, I got 1. I got 2. I got 3. I got 4. Where's my 5th? Oh, it's right there. Ooh. Rachel, you know anybody? You want to be a judge? It's your first time in your whole life that you get to judge people and no one gives a fuck. You want to do it? Give it up for a judge! me your name, not knowing whatever, Rachel. Okay, so our judges are going to come up here, and then I'm going to tell them their very, very important mission tonight, and then Christopher Michael is going to grace our stage. You don't even know what's about to happen to y'all. Christopher Michael about to grace the stage and take over this mic. I do have my intro slam poem that I'm going to, I kind of premiered it last week, but y'all weren't here, so like, it's who do y'all like, TGIF?
That shit fire.
That's
Fire.
You better shut up out here. Talking nice. I don't know how to take that. That's not my love language. Okay, here we go. So if I could have one of the judge representatives come up here real quick and just clap for the judges. Clap for them so they can come up here. I'm clapping, but I need one of y'all to come up. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. One. Come on. One in. Keep clapping until they get embarrassed. Here's one. Come on, Rachel. Come on. One more. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. I need you. All right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna tell them what they're doing, and then I'm gonna tell y'all what you're doing, and then please get some from the bar. Please order food. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I got one. Okay. Thank you. So you're gonna hear from this. All right. Okay. So you're gonna get sacrificial code. What I recommend is putting that number, whatever you get that code, 0 or whatever 0 is, put that in the top corner. Anything you hear after that, then it's better. One after, now like 9.875.
That's all right. Good bit. I like that. Michelle, where'd you come from?
She just pushed me out, bringing me out right here. Hey, where is my friend Okay, was there anyone that did not get a marker yet?
That wasn't good enough for me. Wrong. There you go. So I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna step off the stage and then come back on the stage. And then I'm gonna say hula hoo. And you will all say hula hoo together simultaneously at the same time in unison. Okay? All right. Hey, just unplug it. How do we turn? It's a good thing I said start at 8. And now they have extra time. You practice hootie hoo amongst yourselves, and I'm going to turn off the house.
Oh, all dramatic and shit.
Let's start over. Forgive her. Let's forgive her.
One more girl.
Austin.
I don't believe you said it. I just think you did your lips like this. But I'm going to allow it. I'm going to allow it. Welcome, Austin Poetry Slam! I am Christopher Michael. You can applaud harder for that piece of information. All right. Familiar with haikus?
Haiku.
Okay. I'm going to say haiku interlude.
Oh,
And then you're going to say
haiku interlude.
close, Tova. Very close.
Haiku interlude.
That sounds good. I like that. It's
Whichever
bum,
one you
bum, bum.
Oh,
Haiku interlude. All right.
that sounds like you lost the Price is Right.
Do you even know what a haiku is? It's a short Japanese poem consisting of 17 syllables, 7 and 5, usually about nature or the seasons or some shit like that. But here in America, where we appropriate and bastardize everything, it's just 17 syllables, give or take. All right. Haiku interlude.
Bum, bum, bum. Haiku interlude.
Oh, that was beautiful. Okay. Sign language interpreter always has their hands in other folks' business.
That was good. That was so good, Chris.
All right.
That was great.
Okay. Is everybody over 18? Because this haiku is not appropriate. Looking kind of young over here at this table. Table 1. Are you good? Okay. She said.
Ooh. Talk about somebody young. Her puberty hitting you right now.
Somebody was messing at the DJ booth. They were fucking with her. She said, my penis made her laugh. I said, well, it is a knee slapper. Based on a true story. The first half happens. The second half does not happen. All right. Now that I'm fully tickled with myself, let's do a poetry slam. All right, I have 11 fantabulous poets that are going up here and they're going to rock one poem with their own creation. We're not doing animal acts, props, musical accompaniment, costumes, or anything like that. It's just the poet, their poem, and the judges. We got 5 random people selected from all parts of the room to judge this slam. The judges are going to judge from 0 to 10. 0 is going to be the worst shit they've ever heard. 10 is going to be the greatest shit that they have ever heard. Okay? You got a question? It's round to round, low to high each round. Yeah, clean slate. Good question. Good question. All right. So, judges, I'd like to judge on originality, delivery, and content, but I know it's going to boil down to if you like the shit or you don't like the shit. All right. Somebody's going to do a poem that completely lines up with all your political and religious affiliations. Just because you agree with it does not mean it should get a good score. Somebody's going to do a poem that completely contradicts everything your mama taught you, and you're going to be on the edge of your seat thinking, well, damn, maybe I need to reconsider my life choices. That should probably get a good score. If they piss you off, they make you laugh, they make you cry, if they move you emotionally, that might earn a good score. Now, judges, where are your scorecards? Where are your scorecards? 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep them up in the air simultaneously because I forget as soon as you put them down. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
Where's 5? I counted that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I still only see 4 cards in the air. Am I tripping? Does somebody see?
I'm right here. Oh, we're right there, but she don't have the board.
Well, she could have waved at me with hands and like, hey, what? Or your table could have held you down. Do you know those people? They're not friends of yours? Because they sure not backing you up. Do they not fuck with you? Y'all, I don't know. But I need to know where you at so I can look in that direction. Where you gonna be at? You can't wave your finger and I'm supposed to know where over there. I'm gonna be over there. With like, don't wiggle it. Got you. Oh, Tova is disgusting. Okay, so I got my 5 judges. Are y'all ready to start the slam? So here's the thing. I don't know the judges. I don't even remotely trust the judges. I don't know if they're good at what they do or not. So I'm going to bring a sacrificial lamb to the microphone. They're going to practice a poem in front of you, and you're going to judge them as if they are part of this competition. We got that? All right. Put your hands together for your first poet of the night. Rachel Zuniga!
He tells me he's been avoiding love for a while now, but wouldn't mind some company. I tell him I wouldn't either, but it's probably a bad idea. I might feel sad tomorrow. Good night. I really want to tell him no, because these days I'm feeling a bit like an abandoned beach vacation home. Once beautiful, once welcoming, windows open, billowing linen curtains ushering in the calming scent of salt and sand, a reprieve to a weary traveler. A place to sit and just breathe, just for a moment. Before he continues on to his final destination, just a pit stop, just a place to pause and find yourself when you've gotten a bit lost. Do you even remember stopping here? You left so much behind. You seem to have forgotten all the baggage you unloaded during your life's travels, the once picturesque beach house, dilapidated. Worn down from the bullshit left by travelers when they decide that this vacation can never be a home. Too much damage here. They prefer less effort. a home not in need and so much of repair. And what a shame to never experience my ocean, swim the shallows of these waters, but never take time to explore the depths. You dug your toes in the sand, but never became rooted here. I am an amazing woman. Nurturing and caring, intelligent and funny, clean and cook my ass off. Pussy wet and warm, it feels like going home. An embrace that leaves you feeling like the last prayer you sent up to the universe will be answered here. I know this because this is what men always tell me as they're leaving. You are an amazing woman, they say. Someone will love you one day.
All right, judges, as long as my time, I'm going to give you to put up a score. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to say, judges, scores up, and you're going to put your scores up together. You're not going to look at each other's scores and cheat. You're just going to put the judges' scores up. When I say judges, scores up, I got, okay. This is why we practice. I am 50 years old. I cannot see that.
You look good, baby.
Make that number bigger. Okay. All right. Okay. This is a black production, so the number should be darker. There we go. All right. This is why we practice. For Rachel, we have a 7.7 and 8.0. You gotta leave it up though. Somebody, yes. An 8.0, a 7.6, an 8.5, and a 9.5. Boom. That is a 24. I think that's a 24.22. I will double check those numbers later. All right. Now,
If
judges.
anybody walked in, I'm here now. I can take y'all.
Yes, if you walked in and didn't pay, you are a thief. Don't make that shit right.
So listen, this right here is the microphone. This is where freedom, you can put it down now.
You put it down, baby. It's all right.
Then I just want to yell, sit out. Stop voice up.
Chris, get on the mic and say it right here. And no one gives a shit what you're saying unless you're on the mic. Thank you.
My children care what I'm saying when I'm not on the mic. This right here,
This right here.
this is where freedom of speech takes place. Poets are free to come up here and say whatever fuckery they want to say. All right? I cannot protect you from being offended or triggered. If that happens, self-care, use the exit, and then come back and enjoy the rest of the show. All right? We got that? Poets! This right here is where freedom of speech takes place. You are free to come up here and say whatever fuckery you want to say. But no, freedom of speech is not freedom from consequences. Freedom of speech only protects you from the government. We will hold you accountable for your fuckery. Audience, you are free to walk up to a poet and say, hey, I want to talk about that poem that you spit on the microphone. Poets, you are free to say, I appreciate the interest, but I've said everything I wanted to say on the microphone. And then the two of you will walk away from each other with mutual respect. We got that? Yeah. All right. That was a lackluster clap. All right. I need to know you heard me, and I need to know that you agree. All right. Are you ready to start the slam? Are you ready to start the slam? Are you ready? Put your hands together for Karen Morales!
I grew up in Nancy High Strip and cut off with your sins so that I'd never leave. You would be all I need. I flew away to the springs filled with peace, trying to rebuild that piece of me nobody will ever get to see. You exposed all your lows that no one knows, those that froze your heart. I felt close, and so I gave you my rose. I proposed my soul so that everybody knows that I am all yours. I gave myself to you like a rose freshly bloomed. I thought we were in tune when really I was doomed for an unforgettable wound that would consume and pollute me.
It would exhume the feeling of desolation I was concealing instead of healing, and feeding me instead of healing, my petals one by one revealing my vulnerability. You took me apart, you crumbled my petals, parts of me I thought were art, you broke my heart. Why would you make me fall in love, fall apart, just for you to depart when I was unveiled and left with nothing but thorns? No beauty is there, I am left bare, my value is like air, not seen but wanting to be felt. This is not fair. How could you? Why would you dare say that you care? You say you share this deep affection and have alike aspirations to who we are as a pair. And you swear that what we have is rare and that you wear us with pride. You say you want me to be your bride. You claim you are my ride or die, that we are soul tied, and so I abide. And let your stride be my guide. I decide to put my needs to the side because I don't want to live in a world where our love died. My feelings like tides, my love is deep water, so abundant and wide, so fulfilling, yet unwilling to see it may be killing and suffocating you alive. Like the currents trying to save you by pushing you to shore. I swear to always go to war for you and I want to hold and care for you, share my life next to you. I want more. I want to pour into you and make you feel satisfied. Never let your inside get dry for the remainder of my days. Let it be always, not just a phase. Change your ways so that my heart lays next to yours until God chooses who stays. Drowning you in my love, you try to escape. Did I scare you with my care? In my crave, wear your love away. I could abide if you had said it felt like a flood tide, got mortified and get you tongue-tied in distress. Maybe saying felt like suicide. But if so, how could you have lied? Why would you hide all that you had on the side? Was it worth it to let us collide? You watched as I cried, and your lips denied the affairs that would tear us apart. I still try to repair. I would declare it was a misconception and try to justify your deception, but caught myself in objection. I know she doesn't compare, but how could you dare give any other that attention? What was your intention? What was your value for our connection? I made you my exception because of all of my affection, hoping for the resurrection of your heart. But for God, I am not God. I cannot bring the dead to life. And you cut my wings, but can't cut the strings to your sins. And so I grew, flew away to the springs filled with peace, trying to rebuild that piece of me. Hopefully, I will one day get to see. May God give me the resurrection of my heart. Thank you guys.
Morales, judges, scores up. I got 1, 2, 2.5, 3, 4. Okay, so there may or may not be a cash prize at the end of the night for the judge who consistently puts their scorecards up the fastest. Don't miss out on that possibility. All right, I got an 8.0, an 8.7, an 8.8, a 9.5, and a 9.7. That looks like a 27.2 or a 27.5. I'll figure it out later. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Dumpster Fire Phoenix.
The first time I ever came to this slam, there was a poem read that made me so terrified to be vulnerable on this stage that I had to write this. It's called, "This poem will clear the room of anyone who still keeps meaningful contact with people who keep Fox News on playing the living room." Hey, it's me. Trans pronouns here they warned you about. Remember Obamacare? Yeah, I didn't only vote for it. I didn't only campaign for it. I didn't even work for it. I have a position on its death panel. Oh no, not that death panel. Not the death panel you heard about. Not the death panel that executes your grandmother when she's no longer worth saving. The death panel I work for is sandwiched right between that one and the death panel that draws the line at continually embalming the flesh and reanimating the corpse of Mitch McConnell that is still said to be haunting the halls of Congress. Yeah, the death panel I work for is the one that gives non-consensual abortions to women who need them. We're overpopulating and we're overheating the planet, Karen. And no matter what they've told you on the Fox News playing in your living room, Mama, the planet cannot afford you the privileged resources any longer just because you say you can part and clean and bear up and discipline. No, Mama, no. Absolutely not even one more white supremacist, Christo-fascist, toxic masculine homophobe for your nuclear delusion, who is just your trans daughter trying to get out this whole time. No, you can't have her.
Council Fire Phoenix judges. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I can't see that. Oh. Can we get a new marker over here to table 15, Tova? Got you. Put it back up. Put it back up. I got a 7.0, an 8.2. Watch this, a 6.0. What is that needs the marker, Tova? A 7.8 and a 9.1. That is a 22.0. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Ricky Weisser.
New shit. I tell my sister I'm going to do all gay poems at a poetry slam because it's June, which is Pride. And she tells me Arkansas is still in the closet. And I don't know who to be angry with. Sometimes the world is unforgiving. Sometimes I forget that being alive and gay is a fuck you to God. Respectfully. Sometimes I forget that I am not loved, that I will be othered. Like, I want to be alive. Like, my heart is full to bursting. Like, half the time I forget to be gay and instead just am. But I'm still staying on this world. I'm still an uncomfortable topic. I'm still not allowed to be happy. Only accepted in certain situations. Only exist during June. Only love for my wallet. Only free in certain cities. I think about how this platform is an illusion. How I will go home today and be a normal person. How I'll eat dinner. Watch Netflix, load the dishwasher, shower, brush my teeth, go to bed, wake up, go to work, repeat, repeat, repeat. But there are pockets of Arkansas everywhere, so it can't just be normal. I have to ask God to forgive me. I have to pray. I have to abstain from sin and never admit I am a walking corpse. I have to pretend to find happiness in someone I can never love. I have to bless this world with children. I have to raise them to fear God. I have to die. I have to tell God he made a mistake. I have to tell him I fixed it. I have to tell him I was never happy, but at least I made it to heaven. It's no wonder that suicide rates are highest among the LGBTQIA youth. Because I'm fucking exhausted. I think about how I made it out of hell, by which I mean there are pockets of hate everywhere like this, but I no longer live in one. How I didn't get better, and it didn't get better. I actually found a way to be better. My sister says be careful, and I think of how being gay is a testament of forgiveness, how we mask and code switch as needed, how clothes become armor, how we are always careful but never careful enough. I think about my friends like Wade and Adam and Brian and Natasha and Iverson and Lily. Some of them aren't here anymore, but we were all fucking careful and the world didn't care. I go to Arkansas, I do the poems, the crowd tenses, sweat drips from my neck. Pour my soul into a barren desert and watch it release its held breath and relief. I want to be a rebellion, but I'm tired of pretending. I don't want to be angry, but sometimes this mouth is a riot. Do you understand that I am just living? And that's all I've ever wanted.
That's Ricky Weiser. Chuckles. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Cool. You know that. For Ricky Weiser, we have a 7.1, a 9.1, a 9.3, a 9.5, and a 9.6. That is a 27.9. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Ryan Witkowski.
Is the gym selfie really the only thing separating a healthy from an unhealthy workout addiction? Fortunately, for the sake of my Instagram followers, my home gym is mercifully without mirrors. So the gym selfie will not be the chronicle to my mental degradation, the way poetry will. When I look in the mirror, I don't want to see a lack of fulfillment or joy or the self-inflicted scrutiny of too much solitude. When I look in the mirror, I just want to see blasted pectorals. My pectorals did not ask to be blasted, nor has anyone ever asked me for this. Yet blasted they must be. Everything must be blasted and shredded and swollen and in pain in this monotonous cycle of self-flagellation for the sake of vanity. Maybe working out is so addictive because it's the only form of self-improvement that feels like self-harm. Maybe it's so prevalent because it's only preventative treatment we can afford in this country. It is distractive therapy for people afraid of actual therapy. Another mindless repetition in our droning, work-centric existence. My phone warned me yesterday that the volume and duration of music in my headphones can be dangerous. Why does Apple not understand my need to punish my ears as motivation to punish the rest of my body? Just give me my amelodic death metal riff salad about Satanists and murder each other. Let me yank these goddamn dumb fucking dumbbells around until it feels like an adequate replacement for love. I just want to burst from every shirt in my closet. May no fiber in or around my body go untested. Let every button dangle from the thread as I do, stretching self-preservation into self-discipline, into self-obsession, into self-sabotage. So when I finally drop the weights and crawl my way up the stairs after the muscle milk and the creatine powder, when I see myself in the mirror, what do I actually see? A pale, shirtless 35-year-old hoping to come off as 25, divorced, a doormat, trying to bulk up into a tougher-looking doormat. Oh. Maybe someday I'll see a second chance.
That's Ryan Witkowski. Judges. Scores up. We have an 8.2, an 8.5, an 8.7, a 9.2, and from the gym rat, a 9.8. That is a 4.5. Huh? 26.2, 26.4. I'm pretty sure that's a 26.4. Hey, listen, where'd Ryan go? I understand. I too have shredded abs, but because they're so dangerous, I keep them in a protective covering. Yes, I love the people that I hug, and I don't want them getting cut on my abs. So I keep them in an outer box. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for SC Says.
On the internet. I see you IRL. Oh my God, that's so nice.
I've changed my mind. When I die, do not put me in a fucking box.
Amen.
A fit I never mastered in adolescence. I reject letting anyone confine me when this body can no longer hold its breath in grade school. The hardest part of any standardized test was which race to box in. Since none of the multiple choice answers made sense for my subsistence math question, when does 1 + 1 not equal 2? when you are a human, made of history, not a variable, accounting for categories that do not contain you, being mixed, you exist as living math examination, a fraction, an x to solve for, but the equation never fully balances, and if the y-axis is acceptance, your existence does never quite touch it. I'm the blend of two cultures rich in both history and injustice, and spice and spiciness, and tradition and tribulation, a Jamaican, Mexican, American. I am Jamexican. Hear me roar! In a language you can only understand if you've ever looked in a mirror and wanted to alter your reflection. Adjust the tint, the brightness, color correct the melanin into something a little less authentic, more palatable to the masses, a one-size-fits-all checklist for heritage despite appearances. I don't speak Spanish. But English is not my only form of expression. I guess self-hatred could be language if you speak it often, and without realizing it, I became fluent, searching for a box to tick instead of a culture to be proud of. Self-love is not possible if you do not believe that something unique can also be something beautiful. And I was a smart kid that could never pass this test. A walking looking glass, reflecting the version of me I thought you most wanted to see, a shattering identity with smile lines, designed to hide the internal wounds I wasn't ready to Windex clean look at, so it stayed blurry, unclear. A smudged tone for skin math question. When does a fraction become whole again? When it no longer needs to solve for its existence. When x is equal to the y of my being here, when the equation for equality no longer requires a TI-83 to balance unique with humanity, I am burying the parts of me that needed to be easy to categorize. And from its ground, growing a new definition for beauty, anyone that can love the flawed body holding in their identity, something as confining as a box cannot contain our making. So when my body finally sets my soul free, the only boxes that I want to see are empty ones.
As she says, judges. Scores up. I got one. I got two. I got 2.5. I got 3, 4, and 5. As he says, we have a 7.9, a 9.1, a 9.5, a 9.7, and a 9.8. That is a 28.3. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Faith.
I cleaned my belly button today. I took a shower. I brushed my teeth. I didn't floss, but still, I'm going to grant myself the win. I ate a meal today. I'd be lying if I said it was a full meal, but I drank my tears for dinner. I fixed myself sleep for dessert. Can they call it an eating disorder if it's just depression? Can they call it an eating disorder when at least I swallowed something? At least I digested my emotions long enough to not throw them back up onto someone else. Can they call it depression when the hurt was self-inflicted? When I stayed in the relationship longer than I should have? When I chose silence over my own sanity? See, one day I learned that the speed of sound is faster underwater, and ever since then, I've wondered if you could hear my screams louder when I swallowed them. When I made a deactivating bomb out of my throat and pushed away the need to be heard by you, I cleaned my belly button today. I did my laundry. I didn't fold my clothes, but I did take them out of the dryer. I processed my emotions today. I processed until I couldn't process anymore. It's crazy how one person can chemically alter the neurons in your brain to the point of no return. Will ever find myself again. Will ever come home to myself. There are days with sadness take over the will, with anxiety in the backseat in charge of the map. And sometimes I try to squeeze my way into the passenger side, but doubt and distrust are always fighting over shotgun. There are times where my car, where this vessel is just too full for me to fit in. So I surrender my body to travel on autopilot. Destination, a place where I feel safe. And the map reads, error, the place you're trying to reach cannot be found. New destination,
home, and the map reads, error, the place you're trying to reach cannot be found outside of yourself. I've been searching for myself for so long, I do not know where to look anymore, so I figured I'd stop by. I guess I'd clean my belly button today. I get out of bed, I water my plants, and my soul, I'm healing. Enough to not blame the damage you've done on you.
That's it. Judges. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Baby, we have a 9.4, a 9.5, a 9.5, a 9.6, and a 9.8. That is a 28.6. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Kenny Stratton.
This new shit. I've been thinking about buying a gun. Right now, there are more guns than people in America, and we're averaging about 2 mass shootings a day. It's on the news almost every night, reliable like the weather report. We watch Wrapped like gardeners wondering if there will be rain tomorrow. There will be rain tomorrow. And I wonder, what would I do if it rained in my garden? If I had a gun and someone tried to bury my family like seeds, I could be holding the shovel instead. Let me hold the canister of salt. I would own the slugs. Then, if someone tried to blow us off the sidewalk like leaves, they couldn't make us leave. I would stand my ground. If a snake slipped through our family gates, I would have fangs and venom too. If a lawnmower man went to turn us into blades of grass, I'd be a blade so sharp, I'd slice the spinning scythe and smash the spark plugs. If a man dug my family weeds, I'd spray the strongest killer right back in his face. I would be the poison in his lungs. Frankly, if someone tried to fire insecticide into my hive, I'd want to kill them with my gun. But I know this desire represents a fallacy. And just like we know it will rain twice tomorrow, I also know I'm more likely to be buried if I own a shovel. My partner is more likely to wither if I hoard canisters of salt. My daughter is more likely bitten if my fangs hold venom. I know children eat herbicides sometimes, but only if you have it in the house. I know adults sometimes put leaf blowers in their mouths, but they can't if there isn't one available. I hold this knowledge in my head like a sun hat against cancer. It isn't like holding a gun. When you hold a gun, you can feel its potential for power and protection. Knowledge only protects you in the abstract. So I understand the urge to own a gun. I know if someone tried to mow my daughter down, I'd want to plant them in the cemetery, but I can't deny that's more likely to happen if I own a gun. So I'll stick with the tools I have. I'll water daily and sing to my subjects. I'll tend my garden and hope.
That's Danny Stratton. Judges. Scores up. I got 1. I got 2, 3, 4, and 5. For Danny Stratton, we have an 8.1, an 8.7, an 8.5, a 9.5, and a 9.9. That is a 24, 25, 26, 26.7. Next up to Mike, put your hands together for Jay Rice.
was diagnosed with ADHD in 2022. It's time that my concept of it would stop eluding me. I haven't eaten nor drank, thirst unquenched like a political prisoner. A hellish and heavenly debate ensues, consuming me whole in a monstrous fashion. Why did God make me neurodivergent? The conversation ends, but the one within continues, saying, I'm doing just fine, but internally gears grind with grits, screeching to a halt. My mind is a beautiful catastrophe. You may not believe nor understand. It flies fishes, fluently swimming through thoughts at the speed of sound and light. I sleep both sound and light. Sleep deprivation, my familiar foe, but my solemn friend. The neurodivergent mind loves reward, so take the bait, take the bait. Horns and halos struggle on each shoulder. They battle to the death, yet no victor emerges. I and you, the only casualty. I realize that after death, no one will know our thoughts, just our actions. But the ADHD mind is crippled by thoughts to the point of inaction. We're broke but unbroken, breaking chains yet yearning possession, enslaved to the flesh of our own body every day. We wake up in one body every day. This beautiful catastrophe feels it's time that if I can love others, I can love my mind. Thank you.
That's Jay Wise.
Judges. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for Jay Rice. We have an 8.0, an 8.1, an 8.7, an 8.9, and a 9.0. There's a 24, 25.7. Next up to Mike, put your hands together for Lorelai.
New shit. Parents are supposed to be your first example of love. They show you what it's supposed to look like, what you should look and strive for, and I believe my parents were the perfect lovers, the best example, but I didn't always know what I was watching. You see, my mom kept my dad a soldier long after he retired. I watched as he took orders and followed every command. My mom never said I love you out loud. So I took lessons on how to love from my father because I felt maybe he knew how. I wish half of me listened more to my mother because I know how to follow instruction, but I don't know how to give it, don't know how to ask for or stand up for what I need. My mother always kept a broom in her hand, not one you could see, but one that was always ready to sweep the problems under the rug, sweep the issues behind the door. My hands did learn how to hold the broom, how to let the dust pile up and settle down. I know how to turn problems into rugs you want to wrap yourself in behind a closed door. I tried to take other lessons too. My dad knew how to show me love from miles away. When I was young, he was in Vietnam protecting our country, but he was still in my home, teaching me math on a screen. My mom couldn't teach me that either. And when my mother finally did say, I love you out loud, it was because I asked her. There are other lessons I learned from my father that I am not proud of. We're both addicts. I suppose this isn't a lesson I learned, but rather one I inherited. I know mine won't send me where his did, but when my dad went to prison, any idealization of love I had should have been ripped away with him, but he taught me how to love from miles away, so somehow I knew how to love him behind bars too. It's like I learned love in all the wrong ways, as if all love is ignoring the ugly, not accepting it or working it out. I don't even know how to point the ugly out. I just wear these colored glasses. I do not think my parents taught me how to love correctly. I know how to build a home filled with love, but it will absolutely have no foundation.
That's Lorelai Judges. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for Lorelai. We have a 7.3, an 8.3, a 9.1, a 9.4, and a 9.9. That is that looks like a 27, that looks like a 26.8. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Daisy.
The thing is, my cup can never be lessened, not because my power is too great, mostly because of the lessons that make me grateful for each and every day. And because of that happiness we create, which ultimately becomes positivity, which ultimately creates love, all I do is procreate. No matter how hard people try to bring me to that point in my life where they make me question, what is this place? I don't question the pain. All I can do is procreate. As a woman, this is likely. I feel, I cry, I ache. But I am a woman, and I am more likely to find strength beneath this pain. Crying my deepest wounds, my cries and aches. But most importantly, I am a woman that chose a life to procreate. You can't tear me down because beauty comes with pain. So as you plot against me, you're filling my cup. I kick and I scream, but yes, that's most likely, for I'm a woman that will stand for principles of change. The thing is, you can't knock me even if you bring me pain, because I'm a woman that is growing every day. My power is not that I'm gaining strength or converting pain, because that's a part of life, they say. Love is the truest power that won't escape. To procreate is just a blessing to the women's game.
That's Daisy. Judges. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. For Daisy, we have an 8.2, an 8.6, an 8.6, an 8.6, and an 8.8. That's a 25.8. But Daisy, that was your first time slamming? Was that also your first poem you've been writing for a little bit? Yeah. All right, next up to the mic, put your hands together for Michael Petzer.
How to manifest anything you've been searching for within a year. First, let the people that pass you by see everything. Get fully nude. Take your clothes and your skin off. Be skeleton. Let the blood flow in the streets. Now, I didn't say this was going to be easy. This practice is not for the faint of heart. You have to let them know what you're made of. Not that you know, not your name. Who were you before you got that name? Yeah, the real you. Let them know the human body is just a costume. And you can unhinge your hips anytime you want to. You can change the vibration of your surrounding by dancing anytime you want to. Forget everything you thought you knew. Our entire planet is just a bag of marbles. It's a game we're playing with planets. I pray the glorified shells I call my niggas learn to meditate. My message to you is God would be you if he forgot who he was. I came here bearing good news. The good news is the sky is falling, and we should all laugh hysterically because we know tomorrow's tears are what give us our clean slates. It's a race that starts at the finish line, so please don't put that starter pistol to your head. Bullets only bring us back to the beginning. It's better to take that pain to the park and feed the ducks forgiveness. I mean, if you're really trying to do this, you need like a spoon or a shovel, something to dig out all of the indoctrination, the limits we put on ourselves, the boxes they built for us, that ordinary thinking is too small. That ordinary thinking is too small. Most mirrors are only big enough for the packaging they come in, making it difficult to see the gift. And lest we shed the wrapping, might as well do it in a public setting. Might as well do it in front of an audience. I want your freedom. I want my freedom. I want us to be outside of our bodies when we claim it. Have you ever heard the story of the caterpillar that didn't change? Of course not. Everyone he loved spoke butterfly. The universe has its own language, and there's no punctuation because everything is infinite. Everything is connected. Everything is conscious. It all comes back to you, but only after you give it away. Only after you're willing to watch the people you love pass on, pass you by, come back, rinse, and repeat. And this dream we are living right now, will take you wherever you need to go. So wake up.
Michael Patton, judges. Scores up. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for Michael Hatton. Y'all be an extra. Extra AR. For Michael Hatton, we have a 9.4, a 9.7, a 9.8, a 9.9, and a 9.9. That's a 29.4. Next up to the mic is a 5-minute break. Hootie hoo!
That was excellent, man. Thank you. I think that was my favorite
We're getting ready to start this year.
As we make our way back into the room and into your seats, you have ordered and sufficiently tipped the wait staff and the bartenders. Greatly appreciate you for that. Have you enjoyed the show thus far? Outstanding, outstanding. So listen, I am not just a illustrious MC. I am not just the bearer of a fantastic beard. I am also a poet.
Yes, you are,
And
and you know it.
publisher. So I got some books for sale in the back. So the ones I really want you to take note of is DNA Like Jam is the newest release from Joanna. Some of you probably familiar with her. She hit the stage last time I was here. This is her first book, Snake Pit, and then here's her second book. Please come to the back to cop that. She is a brilliant ass writer. She's no longer with us.
She's in Arizona.
She moved to Arizona.
Jesus Christ.
I was about to tell them that. Damn, Togo.
It's too triggering. It's too soon. You can't say shit like that.
Jesus, you guys are-
I got abandonment issue. You can't be just saying.
She abandoned us.
That's
Let's be clear.
She did.
She left us in the lurch. Okay.
For medical treatment and care.
Okay, sir. Pick a number from 1 through 10. 7.
Terrible number. 3. 3 is the only number that you.
So, oh shit, yeah, you picked a terrible section. 1 through 3.
3. God
Okay.
damn it.
That's page 73. See how I did that?
I see what you did
To be
there.
clear, you picked this poem. Page 73 from Black Type Poems. The scent of my beard after you twerk across my tongue smells like peace, smells like clarity, smells like a clear path to pleasure. The scent of my beard triggers a vague memory of how you flesh face my follicles with a waterfall flow of delicate labial indulgences. My beard still smells good since your absence. The scent sent my senses into a sensual, reminiscent spiral of joy, so much better than my usual scent with the hint of peppermint. You are psychically nasty. All right, coming back into round 2. First, give it up to all the poets who touched stage. The new ones and the old ones. But coming back in this particular order, we got Lorelei.
Yeah.
Karen Morales, Ricky Weiser, S.C. Sands Faith, and Michael Hatcher. Let's go round 2. Put your hands up for Lorelei.
I don't want to be here anymore. Not where I feel my lungs shrinking, my breath being forced away, the mold in my nostrils, the rats crawling beneath the surface. This house that's falling apart is the perfect representation. It's showing me all the cracks, all the broken bits, all the hiding places for everything lurking, but no hiding place for me. I am itching, my soul is crawling, my hair is falling, my knees are breaking, I am broken. This house is broken. We are broken, but so beautiful on the outside. We live in a mansion filled with potential. If only 2 people could tap it, won't you dance with me, tap your feet with me? But all you do is step on the cracks. You continue to break my back. Tap, 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 tap. I am broken. My back is broken. We are broken. This house is broken. It's falling apart. Some doors are open, others are closed. There are rooms I can't go in, things we don't discuss. There are doors I leave open that I know should be shut. There are keys to no doors and locks with no keys. This house is falling apart. There is a den in the laundry room. It's where all the rats live, where the dirty laundry goes. This house is filled with so much irony. This house just isn't for me. Can we air out the laundry? There is no place for it to dry. The dishes are never clean. There is dirt here, there is dirt there. We do not deserve to eat here. Who am I kidding? We don't share meals. The locks are turning, spinning. I am locked inside and locked out all at once, all at the same time. Which side of the door do I want to be on? I am begging to be let in, yet begging to be let out. This house is falling apart. I don't want to be here anymore. Where do I even belong?
That's Lorelei, judges. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4, and 5. For Lorelei, we have an 8.0, an 8.5, a 9.0, an 8.9, and a 9.7. That is a 26.4. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Karen Morales.
I fell in love with the hangover, the pain, the seconds where my heart would stop beating and my breath would shorten. I drink to forget, knowing all this regret. I drink to not think and get lost in the club so I don't get lost in my head. But even blackout, you're all I think about. Even when I fall with my arms, be numb, there's no escape from you. I like the dizzy feeling, that's when I'm missing your lips and my mind goes blind. But my favorite part is when my heart stops beating and I get the feeling of death. Will this soon end? Will I go back home? That moment when my breath shortens is my favorite part because it gives my heart hope. This will soon end. I gasp for air with vomit in my hair. I look up, comfort, you are there. Despair, I'm still there. I don't want to go because I know how much it'll hurt. I love you, so I cannot go. But it hurts to stay, so I'll just hope on death. I gasp for air because it won't be fair to my family, to my friends. But the little voice in my head is praying on death so I don't have to stay. I used to hate alcohol, now I've become a drunk. I found myself sunk in tequila-filled tubs. Am I an alcoholic or am I just in love? I fell in love with the hangover. It took my breath away. It gives me hope that this will soon be over and come to an end.
That's Karen Morales. Judges. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4, and 5. For Karen, we have an 8.7, an 8.9, an 8.8, a 9.5, and a 9.7. That is I don't feel like doing that math right now. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Ricky Weiser.
When asked why there is no straight pride, I shudder in horror as I imagine all the shades of khaki that would entail. I imagine the parade and how it would look like a traffic jam on 35 with quotes sponsored by Old Navy, Werther's Original, Tap Water. I imagine banning heterosexual marriages or maybe just banning straight people from the military or telling them that they can't use public restrooms or forcing them to wear patches on their sleeves so that everyone else can identify them. I imagine what it would look like if being straight were illegal and we arrested them, stoned them, waited outside bars to harass and beat them, yelled breeder as they walked past. I imagine refusing to work with straight people or provide health care for them or washing them moist away from diseases like, I don't know, diabetes. I don't have to try hard to imagine these things. You see, this is the history of my people. Pride is a reminder of rebellion, of how far we have come, of how much further we still have to go. I shudder at the apathy displayed by these people because they will never know the fear of coming out or going on a date or holding hands or feeling like you don't belong or being told that you're an abomination, going to hell damned. But it's not my job or anyone else in this community to educate you on this. Nobody taught me, so why should I coddle the ignorance of people who refuse to educate themselves? A simple Google search is all it takes. I'm feeling a little generous, so I'll give you a head start. Look up Stonewall. Look up Gay is Good, Harvey Milk, Reagan and HIV, Polari, Conversion Therapy, Don't Ask, Don't Tell, Marriage Equality, Matthew Shepard, Trans Military Band, Pulse Nightclub, Texas Adoption Regulations. I could go on and on. There are plenty of reasons why we need pride. When I think about pride, I think about all the friends I've buried over the years. People who were never accepted. I think of broken. I think of bloody. I think of defiant. I spent years ashamed of existing, tried praying away the gay, lied about all the good in my life, still hesitant to call someone's boyfriend, struggle to imagine a life where being gay doesn't end in me being dead, and you want to cheapen our struggle, something that we never asked for, just so that you can have a parade too. When asked about straight pride, I shudder in horror. Straight pride wants to celebrate existing while we have been fighting to survive. When I imagine that parade, I imagine a funeral procession, you dancing on our graves. And I wonder, why would you ever be okay with that?
That's Ricky White, sir. Judges. Scores up. I got 1. I got 2, 3, 3.5, 4, 8, 5. For Ricky White, so we have a 7.3, a 9.0, a 9.4, a 9.8, and a 9.8. That is a 28.2. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for SC Says.
This fucking guy right here. That V-neck though. Yay, yay, yay.
Damn, he's pretty.
The other night, I got drunk with my friends.
Amen.
And as is always the case, we got to talking about deep shit that none of us would remember, but I remember this. We were going around our circle of friends talking about the lowest point we'd ever been in for a reason only 5 or 6 bottles of Shiner Cheer could explain. Shit's delicious. And when it got to me, I didn't have to think to know that my answer was already waiting for its chance to speak, like a suicide note written in gel pen sitting on the empty counter in the kitchen. I said I wanted to sound like jazz, to be a beautiful noise. It takes what it is given from the instruments around it and adapts itself to form a melody greater than its individual parts. I said I met this girl who made me want to be a part of the song with the smile lines on her cheeks. She was 52 parts chopsticks, but 36 parts Beethoven Sonata Opus 106 in B flat major. She was a piano masterpiece my fingers couldn't quite keep up with, but I practiced hard to get them to match her fast-paced, free spirit tempo. My going steady hands weren't too rehearsed in, but I was willing to play to a beat my heart frequently lost count of in the hopes that the music of our relationship would add up. I dressed myself in false vibrato, ignored my overstretched heartbeat staccato, and tried my best not to play too loud when other instruments were introduced. But at the end of our set, all I was left with were notes held too long and hands that had already started working on their next performance, broken strings from being tuned too tight to her perfect tune too many times in an emptiness whose instrument of choice was silence. Together, we made incomplete music. And when the notes I played for weeks came back with no response, I finally realized I was the instrument being played. And if I was just musical accompaniment, background for someone else performing, then I wanted to sound like the bottom of a full bottle of Cody. My sounds slowing, my heartbeat numbing. And eventually, sound like. My friends grew quiet. One of them asked me how I got over it. I said, sometimes I'm not sure I ever did. She said, I don't understand. God didn't give you two hands in a song so you could play third chair in someone else's orchestra. You can sound like jazz if you want to. But the best songs are often the ones you can't quite categorize. Only make you realize how alive you are, and can we stop talking in metaphor? You try to kill yourself because some girl broke your heart, that shit's hard. But if you let someone else tell you when it's your turn to make music, all you will ever be is an instrument. I said, I think that's a metaphor, isn't it? Pretty sure she hit me after that because my arm hurt like shit the next day. But that pain barely registered in my brain as the haze faded and I was left with something I pray I never need 5 or 6 beers and some good friends to find again. Peace. And the hope that this instrument becomes a melody. That someone else can't stop humming.
As SC says, judges. Scores up. The SC says we have a 9.3, a 9.7, a 9.6, a 9.8, and a 10. Let's see. So I think that would have been a 29.1. But after I talked too damn much and didn't practice my in the mirror and made sure this going within time penalty, there's gonna be a half a point time penalty. I'll tell you about it later if you really care. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Faye.
My name is Faith. I was born on a Louisiana morning at 7:49 a.m. a Sunday. My favorite day. It reminds me when they say, and God created the heavens and the earth, and on the 7th day she rested. Well, I know on that Sunday, God stayed up just to take her time with me. I'm a double Pisces, sun and moon. Like Erykah Badu, I guess that means that the best thing that ever happened to anyone in my life is true. I do think that. I find myself hilarious too. I'm delusional enough to believe that everything I touch is magic. I'm a magician. I'm also a kid. I dream a lot, but for years now I've had this nightmare that I'm getting chased in sometimes. Being chased in my dreams is the only time where I feel wanted. Dear self, you're great. And if anyone hasn't told you today, remember, I love you. You are wanted. When I was younger, I used to have conversations with myself for hours on end. I was my first best friend. Have you ever broken up with a best friend? I miss me. Hey, babe, can you remember? Can you remember when they used to ask us, why you always smiling? Ain't nothing to be happy about. When we used to live in love in that constant state of gratitude, and life just tasted so much better that way, so we smiled. I miss that too. Lately, I do this thing where I get really emotional in public. It's like my eyes are opening. I just see you, like I can look at you, and I see you, and I see you, and I see you, and you're all so beautiful. And then I go home and I have a hard time seeing myself. I have a complicated relationship with mirrors. I used to avoid them completely. I've always been afraid of being seen, of not being accepted for me, but I remember my born day. And God, how she has given me the light of the sun, the only trait. Sometimes others would wish that they could like me. Take their desires and twist them to envy my beauty. Is that why they treated me like a rotten tree? Went on for so long, I believe their stories, my reality. I'm the seed, but lately, my seed has felt so deeply buried that I've forgotten what it feels like to breathe. Come on now. I feel lost. I haven't gone home for a while. I'm not tied down to any place or any person, and sometimes I lose the keys to the walls I built inside myself, so not even my body feels like a safe space. Dear Faith, I hear you. I've been talking to myself again. And for the first time in years, I finally feel heard. My name is Faith. She means unwavering trust if I trusted myself more. Imagine how high my seed could truly reach last night. I had a dream where I looked into the mirror, but this time I wasn't being chased. Hey, babe, I see you.
That's Faith Judges. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for Faith. We have a 9.5, a 9.4, a 9.6, a 9.7, and a 10. That is that's a lot of points. 28.2.
Carry the one.
Don't do that. 12, 20. I think that's a 28.2. Pretty sure that's a 28.2. We'll figure out that. Hey, Faith, what was the line? I lost the keys. I lost the keys to the walls. Or what did you say?
You know when poets are autopilot, they don't know what
I
to
lost
think
the keys to the walls I built inside my own body.
Yee.
God
Woo!
damn.
Jesus Christ.
That's good shit.
Hallelujah.
Oh, I just texted that to my copyright lawyer. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Michael Hatcher.
Humble yourself.
If you want to know whether your lover is the devil or not, then ask them this question.
Wait a minute.
Do you like candy corn? If the answer is yes, that is not a human being. That is demon spawn. That is Dante's Inferno, last layer of frozen ice hell, the devil. I mean, who eats this shit? If it looks like wax and it tastes like wax, then it's probably the worst poison known to man. I mean, can we really call it candy? More like evil incarnate. I need someone with a straight face to tell me that candy corn was a good idea. Better yet, tell me candy corn was not a plot by the government to test the gullibility of the citizens. You have to get up early in the morning to do it. On second thought, don't even try it. Halloween this year, cancel. Next year, cancel. All holidays, time periods, social events associated with candy corn are hereby canceled, effective immediately. Consider this a public service announcement. Don't eat candy corn in public unless you're that much of a masochist. And if that's the case, I can hear you now. Oh, but I like to taste the candy corn. What is candy corn ever done to anyone? And why are you so angry? You really need to speak to it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It's time for change in this country. It's time to shake up our two-party political system controlled by big business so we can handle the things that really matter. Like people eating candy corn, and people making candy corn, and people selling candy corn. It's the only way to see real progress, people. Be the change that you want to see. Make America candy corn. Let's again, fun fact, no one knows who invented candy corn. Legend has it was an evil genius who hated the sight of children smiling so much that he created the saddest candy known to man. There's a reason. There's a reason it's sold in bulk, people. And no one knows what the ingredients are. No one knows, but don't worry, I got you. I did my homework. Those like this corn syrup, eye of newt, toe of frog, wool of bat, tongue of dog, and then it gets kind of complicated with preservatives and whatnot. Way too much for one person to process. But look at here. There comes a time in every society when we need to examine our political systems, traditions, and ways of meting out punishment. All I'm saying is, damn it, we're at that point.
That was Michael Hatcher, Judges. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 for Michael Hatch. We have a 9.2, a 9.3, a 9.3, a 9.7, and a 10. That was a 28.3. Listen, I'm not mad that that was a poem all about candy corn.
Fuck candy.
I'm not mad that the poem was funny. I'm mad that the poem that didn't have an underlying meaning and was just about fucking candy corn. I'm mad that it was good and I didn't think of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck candy corn.
Fuck candy corn.
Yeah.
And everybody keeping candy corn in business.
Yeah.
I bet you the same motherfuckers. You buy candy corn and then you take your ass to Arby's.
That's what I
Or Long John Silver's. I said Long John Silver's is the money laundering front.
Oh, absolutely.
Ain't nobody.
Arby's is too.
Okay.
Who went to Arby's? Raise your hand. You're damn liars. Y'all liars.
I'm not gonna lie, Arby's tastes good, but they have MSG in their food.
Honestly, it is. I should not come up and it's $20 for me.
It's good.
Fuck that.
It's good because of the MSG. Okay,
Get off the mic.
table one. Don't rush me.
I would never date it. I'm so sorry.
Table one. Young human. Pick your number 1 through 10, not 7. 4. It's probably another bullshit chapter, but
You the one wrote it?
I wrote it. I was on some bullshit. This is the book I wrote during COVID. Okay.
Okay.
1 through 9.
6 is a divisible of 3, so I'll take it.
Okay, all right.
You don't do a poem. I'm sorry. I had 3 pencils. I'm getting a little testy. Ginger's getting him.
When a soldier spends their days waiting, training, anticipating the next firefight, it's hard to come home and relax. Being good at your job means skilled at going 0 to 100 in 5 seconds flat, but that doesn't work when home is a city street, posted speed limits, caution, children play. When a police officer has a 20-year career protecting the city, we don't see the worst humanity has to offer. Retirement feels like death. The quiet creeps in and you remember everything and miss it. You can only live on the edge so long before the edge feels normal. When your hands find home and gripping the side of the cliff face, when you've evolved to walk on eggshells, a clean floor feels like an empty house. This is no different than years of sludging through toxic pools and deadly chemical vats, and suddenly, boom, a normal, boring-ass, healthy, loving relationship. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? How do I know this is love if there's no passion, crime scenes splattered on the walls, or broken hearts shattered on the floor to step on? No blood, no love. How do I know she really gives a damn if the jealousy doesn't push her to check my phone or tap my phone? How can she possibly care if her constant questioning doesn't make me hyper aware? You know how you know teachers care? You know how you know they want you to be better? Because they test you. How can she love me if she isn't always quizzing my character, trying me, poking me, pushing me? She shouts words of encouragement to me like, if you hit me back, you're a punk ass bitch. Or you just gonna stand there and not hit me back, you're a weak ass bitch. Or I dare you to hit me back, stop being a bitch. Begging me to probe the limits of my masculinity to see how long I can last before meeting the me that values my physical security more than the rest of me values she. I tried to get away and she hits me again. For too many years, I was a NASA test pilot, and now the next one expects me to be satisfied, driving a station wagon in the slow lane, drama-free, has all the exciting flavor satisfaction of sugar-free. Prove you love me as much as she did. Let's fight about something. Chastise me up against the ropes. Accuse me into doing something just to prove you right. Make me secure to sleep. Make me scared to sleep next to you at night so I know you fucking care. And how can we have all that love and passion if you keep bringing this peace? Like, What the fuck am I supposed to do with that?
All right.
Next up to the mic. If you really feel bad for me, buy the book. All right. Next up to the mic. Yes. What question? Oh, I love questions. Who got a question?
Oh, I
Ask the
love
question. You want to see what? Oh. Okay.
Can we do that on live? Is it legal? I don't know.
No.
We ain't got no
It's
money.
okay. I have faith.
Oh.
Ah, you see what I did there? Next up to the mic, Tom Charles.
That was a shitty introduction. Anyway, we're Boston Poetry Slam. How y'all doing tonight? Okay. I'm in my third penicillin, so and I'm on summer vacation officially from my kids. So what I know there's a couple, but who all works in education? Can I get a yeah, we out here. Listen, we don't get paid enough, and you should get a string. Preferably a penicillin. All right, so I've been working on Austin Poetry Slam has been around for almost 30 years. And we ain't got no chant, we ain't got no callback. It's because white people are running and they're not really good at the chants, a nigga is here. So I've been working on it. And I got a poem that I'm gonna try to do every slam. So you let me know if it's if it ain't shit, don't tell me because
It's fine.
I don't give a fuck. Yo, if the percentage of penicillins don't go up after I've been here, I've not done my job. So you let me know. Okay, amen. Get a penicillin, bitch. He'll make you feel right. Sometimes I forget I have a job that I have to go to, so I will be quick. All right. Welcome. Today is June 28, 2023, and if you did not know where you are at Austin Poetry Slam. Poets have a 3 minute and 10 seconds to make you feel all the feelings, make you laugh, make you cry. But one thing about it and one thing for sure, two things for sure, you are gonna feel something today. Judges, your job tonight is to translate all those feelings in the form of numerical value, but know that the points bring out the people. Yeah. So I am grateful for your presence. You make today worth a day. You make life worth living. And I'm sure you are thinking, it can't just be that great because I am here. And you would be wrong. Whether it be 1 or 1,000, we are important. We are necessary. We are right where we need to be. So welcome to our show. Welcome to our family. Austin Poetry Slam, how y'all doing tonight? I will do 2 quick things and we will get to the finals and then we will see who gets this $200. But one, we've been here since April because I can say now because the venue was closed down because God don't play around with his people. But since we have been here, we have been sold out every night. Since we have been here. Since we have been here, we've had over 40 plus poets grace this stage. And because of all of the love that you've poured in, we are able to do a $2,000 slam at the end of this year and a $200 every month. Changing venues is scary because I was like, ooh, I don't know. But Native is a dumpster fire, so I'm appreciating that y'all rock with us. Alamo Draft House, you have no idea. You are a dream come true. Thank you so much for letting us be here. And thank y'all for pouring into us because these poets are appreciative of having a stage. And it can only happen because y'all are here. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm going to bring my mentor up before I start blubbering. Please give it up for Christopher Michael!
Let's go to Charles, y'all. In the 30-year history, this is the first, not that, I don't want to make it seem like Austin Poetry Slam ain't been dope for the last 3 decades. But I do want to point out that she is the first Black and the first woman to run Austin Poetry Slam in 30 years. So that's fucking great. And to be clear, Austin Poetry Slam was so white, an entire other slam was invented just so Black folks would have some place to go. But then the same Black folks who ran Austin Neo Soul started to run Austin Poetry Slam. So, all right. But the makers and the creators of Austin Poetry Slam are fucking phenomenal ass people. Our predecessors were dope as shit. And I love y'all. I love y'all. I was looking at the camera. You're not a predecessor. You're not a fucking predecessor. You're the current cessor. Jesus. All right. So August 30th. So there's a show here every fifth Friday. I mean, goddamn it, every Wednesday. I have so many shows, I can't keep them straight. Dead serious. So there's a show here every Wednesday, but every fifth Wednesday, my company runs the show, 310 Brown Street Publishing, and I'm strongly considering August 30th being a $500 slam. That would require everybody in the room here right now to come that night too. Yes, because I don't have the $500. You need to provide the $500. All right, so listen, coming up into this third round, we got Michael Hatcher, Essie Says, and Faye. Put your hands together for Michael.
New shit. Last night, I started to reach out. I started to tell you it's been too long since you wrote your name on my back in blood, good time. I started to say I want to watch the colors fade from your cheeks as I feel your waistline with fireworks. We are only human until we explode. I'm going to say it now. You should come over. Allow me to free you from the leftover gospel in your last name. We know who you belong to. I squeeze your neck and you squeeze the sheets, your lifeline to this reality. I miss the way your mouth will betray your voice. I miss how the weight of my name will make it too hard for you to call on God as a gift. The pressure I can put on that gold box after you erupt, I insist you cover me in a lover's lava. Don't act like you don't miss it. I can hear the glass in your voice. Why not come over and shatter us both? I'm happy to be in a million pieces. If it means we get to share the shards, I promise. I'm going to pull your hair this time. It might be the only way to keep you from melting after I travel to the bottom of your deepest depth. And you freeze and stiffen up like you always do. If you let me, I'm going to bite you hard enough to crack your collarbone because I know how much you love it.
You better stop.
Because I know it's just a matter of time before I origami your body and turn a paper swan into a proper princess, just like last time. Just like last time, my lips caught fire like comets and we dragged the moon to your balcony. It's just a matter of time before we're floating through space again, before we are astronauts exploring the limits of anatomy, baby. I come to you for a piece I can't find anywhere else.
Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
But it's okay. I'll just wait patiently. I'll wait until you remember my fingers feel like sunlight and my tongue can find the center of your suffering. I'll wait until the color fades from your cheeks and you can no longer sleep at night. I know damn well I'm not the only one going through this. We are bonded in the here and after. It's easy for you. It's easy for us to lose sight of what really matters when the music and the candles switch places and the wax sounds so good and the lo-fi keeps us warm. I will keep the porch light on for you. And the top lock unlocked. Don't even call. Don't even call first when you're ready. When you're ready, just come.
That was Michael Hansen. Schools up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. For Michael, we have an 8.8, a 9.4, a 9.8, a 10, and a 10. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for FTCs.
I don't want to touch this. Things that are not the vibe. The friend that sends multiple single word texts in the group chat, Ryan. Feeling something wet when you sit on a toilet seat. Waiting in a public waiting room to see your therapist. We can literally pull a piece of metal out of our pocket, tap it, and a drone will deliver a McChicken to your doorstep. But the profound awkwardness of waiting with other works in progress to see your therapist is respectfully garbage candy, trash taffy, Raisinette rubbish. There's no social etiquette for the therapist office. Your presence is an unspoken acknowledgement that just like them, there's something inside you that isn't working, and I'm here again. Outwardly trying to give off the human version of mosquito repellent as I try to session my way out of hopelessness, wonder how I even ended up here. In this downtown island for misfit neurological conditions here, trying to make sense of a mind full of factory defects. A 5-minute delay leaves me stuck in traffic. I break down. An old friend from college posts pictures of a happy marriage. I break down. A father I've been trying to impress since before I had consciousness tells me he's proud of my accomplishments, and I change the subject. Afraid to feel anything resembling the fleeting feeling of happy, and I hear a door opening. See my therapist entering, and she smiles like she can't see the finally in my eyes as when I take my seat in the chair furthest from her pen of persistence. She asks me how I've been managing since our last session. If there's anything I want to talk about. When I don't speak, she waits because she knows I'm impatient. And I don't enjoy money wasted, so if I'm gonna pay for something, I might as well use it. I say, honestly, I don't think these meetings are helping. I don't see the point in much anymore. I'm just here to check the boxes. She doesn't respond to this. Only leans in. And in that silence, what I haven't said for months breaks past my lips like an avalanche. I say, I stopped counting the days since I last felt happy. And I'm only here because everything else isn't working, and none of the directions on my broken heart of a compass point towards hope, and maybe feeling nothing would be better than feeling so fucking empty. She says depression can feel a lot like gravity. Like a darkness pulling in anything resembling ever healing. She says, I'm so sorry that you haven't felt joy in a while. That you think this world wouldn't miss the beauty of your existence. Truth is, I can't fight hopelessness for you. But what I can do is give the real monster you're battling a name. Tell you where to find some armor. And the friends asking you to open up to them. with a family that encouraged you to find this establishment with deep breaths in a world full of the oxygen called begin again and reminders that this will not be an easy fight. But you being here, alive in this room, is a kind of winning. Not all victories come with parades or trophies. Sometimes the biggest victory is your client saying more in one session than he has in 12 weeks, and I laugh before I immediately begin to weep. Since I'm stronger than I need to be. That it's okay to need community to help carry the heavy of living, and when I'm finally done crying, she thanks me for sharing. Ask me the question I usually hate hearing. Same time next week. I breathe. I say, yeah. Yeah, I'll be here.
That's SC says. Judges. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 2.5, 3, 4, and 5. SC says we have a 9.6, a 9.7, a 9.9, a 9.9, and a 9.9. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Faye.
After gracing his presence with my godly energy and refusing to give my glory to his gilded guilt, he say, fine, you just the ugly hoe anyway. I look around to see who he must be talking to because I do not know anybody named Ugly Hoe, but since he happens to be looking in my direction, allow me to introduce myself. I am a catch that can't be caught. A bad bitch, period, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, period, that girl, the G-O-A to the motherfucking T, so please, tell me, what happened during the process of your gestation to think that you could talk to a god like that? Who hurt you, boy? Was it your mother, or your father, or your own shadow after leaving you in the dust when it realized that the ugly hoe that you speak of is your own reflection grasping for your attention in what I assume to be a dirty ass mirror? I do not know who you were speaking to, but I figured I'd introduce myself. I am the light of the sun. I am holy before ghosts ever knew her name, my name, Faith. The reason your mother decided to keep going when she was struggling to take care of your sorry ass. The reason you are here breathing in front of me today. I do not know who you were speaking to, but I figured if I introduce myself to you, the next time you were graced by my presence, you would have the sense to put some respect on my name, Ugly Hoe.
That's Faith. Judges. Scores up. I got 1, I got 2, 2.5, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we have a 9.1. A 9 point. Daisy. Hey, yo, Daisy. A 9.5, a 9.9, a 10, and a 10. You want another haiku? Is that what you said? Haiku interlude. That was horrible. Okay. Okay. Raise your hand if you're married. 1, 2, 3. This haiku is for the married folks and the folks who think about getting married. It's important. Okay. Without a marriage, you won't know the joy of finalizing a divorce. Hey, Benny's is real. Listen, if you are single and you are active duty or retired, I too am single. Insert for an ID card. TRICARE is the shit. Okay, here we go. One more. I got a superhero haiku. Got any nerds in the room? All right. I blame the X-Men Cyclops. He's the reason him and Wolverine can't see eye to eye. Yes, nerds are winning today. All right, let me get Michael, as he says in Fake, to the stage. So see me in the back of the room so you can get some of these books. Go to 310brownstreet.com so you can cop the books. Find me at Mr. Michael 310 on Instagram, at Mike. You're throwing me off, Toby. At Mr. Michael 310, MRMICHAEL 310, and in addition, go to Austin Slam on Instagram, whatever the fuck. Is Poetry Slam now? What? It keeps changing. It was Austin Slam. If you Google Austin Poetry Slam, all the shit you need will pop up. How about that? So listen. The white A. Now, is there a black A?
No, there's a black background.
Change that shit. Karen, I'm forgetting their names because I'm really bad with fucking names. Daisy, Ryan, it was Ryan, right? Yeah. Ryan Rosenthal. I got the first name. I'm not going to remember the last name. And the other poets, I want you to know, the dopest poet does not always make it to the third round. The best writer does not always win. The best performer does not always win. The best person who connects with 5 random people with 5 random life experiences is the person that usually wins. That doesn't mean they're not a dope writer or dope performer. It just means that they were the ones who connected that night. These scores don't validate you. They don't validate your story. They might mean you have to work harder, but they don't validate you. This is a fucking bar game, so we can sucker the people into coming in and listening to our narcissistic bullshit. Now, my next statement is, you ever get really, really good at something and you figure, I'm good, I'm done. And then some young folks show up and they're fucking good. And then you feel like, fuck that, I'm coming off my perch and I'm gonna show these young whippersnappers who the fuck I am. Remember, I said that shit. Yes. Faith and Michael, watch your fucking backs. All right. So listen. We have already showed each other who each other is in a non-sexual manner. Although he is really pretty. He's really fucking pretty. Huh? Okay, so listen. The following people are going to win some money through Venmo. They really should sponsor this fucking show if we're going to keep announcing how they're getting some money. Venmo. If you don't want us to start cash apping this shit to people, you need some Zelle, PayPal, whoever want to sponsor Austin Poetry Slam. All right, the scores were thusly: a 29.5, a a 29.4, and a 29.2. But one of our poets talks too fucking much. And after a 2.5 point time penalty, it's now a 27.0, winning $40 and still a dope ass poet. Put your hands together for SC Sales! Coming in seconds with a 29.2, with all the lava love. Put your hands together for Michael Patrick! That's $60 to Michael Patrick. Winning $75. Oh, there's a tax. There is a tax. Run me my money, Faith. There's a tax. Technically winning $100 with a 29.4. Put your hands together for Faith!
You can follow me on Instagram at Faith Janae, FAITHJNE. I'm gonna be closing on some festivals coming up, so y'all should check it out. Also, I just want to know, I always used to have this joke, and I would say, like, I'm never gonna win a slam because judges be playing. But this is like my first slam that
The devil is a liar. Come take this. Come get this picture. Michael, look up. Fuck that money. Look up, Michael. As he says, Faith. Hey, take. Well, since y'all fucking around, I'll take a picture of the audience. All right, so listen, we are here every Wednesday. Show starts at 5:30, so your slow asses will be here by 7:30. Show starts at 7:30. Be here 7:15 to sign up, poets. August 30th, it'll probably be a $500 slam. But we'll see you next week right here, Austin Poetry Slam, Mr. Michael 310. Hootie hoo!
Thank you all. Good night.
I almost made the joke after your second call. I was like, is this the HR incident he was setting up for? This is what I'm doing.
Bye, you guys. So we have the second and third, Hi guys. Yeah, awesome poetry. Yeah, awesome poetry.
So if I am going to do the, I'm going to need tips on who's in it. I don't have the most there because I don't really know what I'm doing. If I was going to do that, I wouldn't start. I'm good. Yeah.
Some people are just out of hand. I like
I don't know anything about it. whole voice off Michelle. No, that's Michelle. I know her voice. That's Michelle on the voice message. That's I know that's Michelle.
All the way south and working my way back home.
We love to traumatize ourselves.
Thank you. Thank you. Proud always to the end.